Hello. After 50 years since its inception, ultrasound has become extremely familiar in daily life and in medicine. Thanks to ultrasound machines, we can see through layers of skin and tissue to view internal organs and, especially, fetuses in pregnant women. With the desire to keep track of their baby's growth and development, people often undergo ultrasound scans to see how much their baby has grown, how much they weigh, whether their nose is high, and whether their baby is healthy. But is undergoing frequent ultrasound scans harmful? Are they dangerous for the body and especially for the baby in the womb? As my family often undergoes ultrasound scans, I am very concerned about this issue and I have researched it thoroughly while being objective to not affect the business operations of ultrasound clinics. So, based on what I have learned, is ultrasound harmful? Let's start with the fact that if you search on the internet, most articles will generally say that there is no evidence that ultrasound is harmful to the body. In a 2020 CNN article, it was reported that if the exposure to ultrasound waves is moderate, reasonable in terms of time and intensity, then ultrasound waves are very safe for the fetus. However, if abused with high intensity and frequency, it will affect the developing embryo, which is non-cellular, and will definitely affect the baby's development. According to a recent study by Swedish scientists, mothers who abuse ultrasound during pregnancy may cause brain damage to the fetus. According to the research, male fetuses are at a higher risk of long-lasting defects in the brain compared to female fetuses. Furthermore, scientists in the Obstetrics and Gynecology Department at King Edward Memorial Hospital in Australia have also studied 2,834 pregnant women from 16 to 20 weeks of gestation, including 1,415 who were randomly selected for regular and continuous color Doppler ultrasound at 18, 24, 28, 34, and 38 weeks of gestation. The remaining 1,419 women were only given a single routine ultrasound at 18 weeks of gestation. The results showed that babies who underwent more ultrasound scans had a lower birth weight compared to those who underwent fewer scans. A large study in the UK has shown that healthy mothers and newborns who undergo color ultrasound 2 or more times have twice the risk of perinatal death compared to newborns who do not undergo this type of ultrasound. Moreover, the ultrasound process, especially Doppler ultrasound, can cause an increase in body temperature of the mother and the fetus. It can exceed the safe threshold of 1.4 to 1.8 degrees Celsius and lead to the development of congenital abnormalities, especially in the brain of the fetus. The article also advises against a service called Keepsake Ultrasound, which uses 3D and 4D ultrasound technology to capture images of the baby as a keepsake for later. Prolonged exposure to ultrasound technology can be harmful to the baby. Therefore, major organizations such as the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the American Institute of Ultrasound in Medicine, and the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, advise against using ultrasound for souvenir purposes. Therefore, I found 2 detailed articles, one on the Global Women's Health Association and one on the American Society of Anesthesiologists discussing the effects of ultrasound on the body, each about 30 pages long. I cannot provide a detailed summary in this video, so if you want to learn more, please read the links in the description. Below, I will summarize the results of these 2 studies. First of all, let's talk about the principle of ultrasound. Ultrasound machines emit ultrasonic waves, which when encountering body parts, will be reflected back. Based on the reflected waves, the computer analyzes and generates images of the parts inside the abdomen. The result is that we can see through the skin and flesh layer of the abdomen due to the ultrasound waves. In essence, it is also a sound wave, which is transmitted by the vibration of the material medium, so it also causes physical effects, including temperature and mechanics, which are 2 important things to note. Regarding temperature, researchers have found that ultrasound waves increase the temperature of the surface area that the waves impact. The higher the intensity, the higher the temperature increase. The temperature can increase by 70% in the first minute. If in contact for a long time, ultrasound waves can increase the temperature up to 2.2 to 2.8 degrees, while the safe temperature limit is only up to 1.8 degrees. High temperatures are very dangerous as they cause various types of tissue damage including cell necrosis, abnormal cell migration, changes in gene expression, and disruption of cell membrane function. Exposure to high temperatures has been shown to create unfavorable changes in the methylation process and cause cell damage in the nervous system tissue. Secondly, ultrasound waves have mechanical effects. Ultrasound waves with high frequency cause rapid motion of the material it transfers to, especially gas-containing structures. Studies have shown that the intestinal mucosa bleeds and cells die from this impact. With these effects, the article points out the relationship between ultrasound and related impacts such as pulmonary hemorrhage, cataract, brain cell damage, and effects on the genetics and cells of the fetus. However, the most important thing to note is that all of these studies have been conducted on animals, mostly on mice. In the end, the studies conclude that the potential for ultrasound to cause adverse effects in experimental animals is clear, but whether it affects humans or not needs further research. So far, there is no evidence to support that claim. However, the use of high-intensity ultrasound combined with prolonged exposure time can cause adverse effects. Expert advice recommends that even though there are no reports of harmful effects of ultrasound on fetuses, ultrasound should be limited to the lowest possible level. Secondly, ultrasound that does not serve a medical purpose should be strongly discouraged. In summary, even though there is no evidence of harm to humans, it is not certain that ultrasound is completely safe. It is possible that future studies will find evidence of harm, so it is important to exercise caution. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye and see you again.